Okay, so I'm going to run through these 8 questions about how to be an entrepreneur, and I'm going to try to make a video blog and just answer them as real and just as uncut and uncensored as I possibly can, because I'm tired of all the fake answers and all of the fake questions. And just the first question is, why do I want to be an entrepreneur? Well, quite frankly, I want to be an entrepreneur because I'm tired of the fucking office bullshit. Okay, working in an office absolutely sucks. It is terrible. You're a fucking slave. The culture in an office is miserable. Nobody there is happy. Nobody puts in any type of effort to get to know the coworkers. They try to keep their private life completely separate than their work life. And it's just not an atmosphere where you can prosper and grow as a person. Everybody there is unhappy. Nobody wants to be there. And there's just so much office politicking going around. Everyone's afraid of the manager. Everyone's afraid of the CEO. Nobody ever wants to speak up. And if you do, people murmur about it. It's just not somewhere that you can grow. So that's one of the reasons why I wanted to be an entrepreneur, is I wanted to find a way to get the fuck out of the office. Because sitting in quarantine, it made me realize how fucking miserable it was going into an office every day and sitting in a shitty chair and replying to stupid ass emails and getting passive aggressive slacks from people in customer service, trying to deal with people who quite frankly don't want to do their job, because guess what? They're there and they're unhappy to be there as well. So that's why I wanted to be an entrepreneur, because I thought it was a different way to do the job. See, I took my skill set that I learned working in an office and I took it to being an entrepreneur, and I'm using that exact same skill set. Only in this field, it's a lot easier to do because you're working for yourself, you're happier, you have flexibility, you have freedom, you can do it your way. You know, working in an office, you're basically following a pattern that's been set out for you to do. When you work in an entrepreneurial world, you make your own pattern, you make your own rules, and you close your own deals. So it's a lot more exciting. Now, the next question is, do I believe that I'm capable of being an entrepreneur? And the answer is yes. I think every single person has the capability to be an entrepreneur. It's in every single one of us. But the trick is to find that inner strength and pull that shit out of you, because that's what it takes to be an entrepreneur. Every single person can be one. Everybody has that strength inside of them. But a lot of people, they don't want to reach for it. They don't want to they don't want to reach out and grab that shit. They don't want to put in the effort. They don't want to make the sacrifices. They have a phobia of commitment. That is their problem. Not it's because they can't do the job, but it's because they don't have their priorities in line. And quite frankly, they would be fucking lost because they can't navigate themselves, because guess what? They don't think for themselves. So that is what you got to do to be a successful entrepreneur, is you have to be able to think for yourself. So the next question is, what do I already have and what do I lack? So I already have sales skills. That is the one true thing that you need when you're an entrepreneur. You see, I'm a little bit different than the traditional type of entrepreneur. A traditional entrepreneur is somebody with an idea, right? Somebody has a great idea. They want to get it to market, but they don't know how to spread the word. They don't know how to get it in front of decision makers. They don't know how to go about doing an outbound sales process to get their product in front of as many people as possible. You see, I'm on the flip side. I'm a salesperson at heart, so I already know how to do all of the hard stuff. I know how to pitch my product. I know how to position it. I know how to get it in front of decision makers. And most importantly, I already know how to close deals. So that's the reason why I have a leg up on every single entrepreneur out there, is because I know how to sell. Now, what do I lack? Well, I'm starting to figure those things out one by one as they come. But I know one thing I lack is leadership skills. You see, when you're working with laborers, they need to be led. They need to be told what to do. They need to have somebody right there with them telling them, this is what we're doing Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. This is what needs to be done. This is what we're doing. That's what they need out of a CEO, out of a business owner, out of who's ever running the shots. They need to have a leader. And that is one thing that I lack is leadership skills. The next question is, what problem am I solving? And who will I serve? So this question, I never really understood what this type of question meant, because that's what they all say when you're trying to raise money, or when you have a business idea, or you're trying to pitch something. What problem are you solving? I don't fucking understand that. Not every business idea solves a problem. Businesses are there to make money. If they can solve a problem, okay, that's great. Solve the fucking problem. But not every business idea is gonna solve a problem. I'm quite frankly, I'm not solving a problem. I have a brand new product on the market that's never before been seen. I'm not solving a problem with it, but I'm bringing people joy with it. You see, there's a difference. Not everything needs to solve a problem. There's a fucking million problems out there. You're not gonna have something to fix everything. And we've seen that in tech, where every single fucking platform solves a problem. No, it fucking doesn't, okay? That's just not true whatsoever. Most tech platforms claim to solve problems, but they don't. What the fuck problem is Marketo solving, or a fucking lead generation company? What problem are they solving? Oh, the problem is you can't get enough leads. Oh, how about fucking go out there and find some? Who will I serve? I'll fucking serve anybody with taste buds. Am I willing to do what scares me and risk failure? Well, duh. That might be the dumbest question on this list. If you're afraid of failure, then sit the fuck down and go work a 9 to 5. The next question is, what needs to change? Well, there's a lot of things that need to change. Starting with behavior, starting with commitment, starting with who you hang out with, what you do with your free time, what you do when you're locked in, what you do to learn new skills. Everything needs to change. You can't change if you don't change. That's the truest statement that there's ever been. You need to be able to change what you're doing with your day-to-day if you want to be successful. You see, a lot of people told me I was crazy to start a business during a pandemic. But you know what else is fucking crazy? Is having a global pandemic hit and standing still and not pivoting and not adapting and not doing something to change. That's the fucking crazy part. The next question is, what am I willing to sacrifice? Well, I think this question is a little bit different for everyone. Some people, they don't have much, so it's easier for them to sacrifice everything. Now, whenever I made this decision to switch to an entrepreneur, there's a couple different things that I look at. And I like to use the analogy like I'm juggling. You see, things like a 9 to 5 job, things like friends or significant others, or ideas and opportunities. Let's picture that you're juggling all of these. Well, friends, significant others, opportunities, dreams, those are glass balls. If you drop those, they might never come back. Now, on the flip side, a 9 to 5 job is a rubber ball. If you drop that, it will always come back, because guess what? Jobs are fucking everywhere. Don't be afraid to leave your job. You can find another one. That's what fucking recruiters are for. Sacrifice your job and go for what you want. You can always get a job if it doesn't work out. Why would you be so scared of that? That doesn't make any sense. Why would you be scared to lose your job? You can get it back. So I'm willing to sacrifice whatever it takes. My free time, my freedom, my friends. I want to pay the price now so I can relax later. Because guess what? I'm trying to be fucking rich now, not when I'm 45. The next question is, how will I know when it's time to preserve or pivot? Well, you're never really gonna know if it's a good time unless you actually do it. He who holds the breath the longest wins.